Oh my God, folks. Is this a prepared plan to tank the economy? Perhaps maybe playing into the idea that your money is worthless and the collapse is actually coming. We'll have to get on that in another video because I have some very important information I want to share with you about the future of your money, where it could possibly go, is it safe, is it at risk, and how you can protect it. Now, what I do want to talk to you guys most importantly about is the railroad boots on the ground intel that I received, and I really do appreciate the email that was sent to me. And again, if anyone else out there has any information that they care to share that will be helpful and beneficial to the community, to the family, please, my email address is in the description. Please feel free. And your identities can remain anonymous. But again, remember, I will never try to contact you through the comment section or in chat through a WhatsApp or anything like that. So that's not me. So if you're trying to reach me directly, make sure you click the link or you look in the description and you grab my email address, unless you're already a member of the network, and then you can just DM me directly on the network. I respond pretty quickly on the network. So, and that's patreon.com/Kevin247. But this email subject line reads, Railroad Boots on the Ground. Hello, Kevin. I'm a conductor for CSX in Tampa, Florida. I am relatively new. I was hired this year and am still qualifying for the job. There are a lot of details to this job that the public does not see. As far as this contract goes, everyone I know here voted no on the agreement because the quality of life is non-existent. We're gonna wait for this jet to fly overhead. I can't even see this one, he's so high, but I can hear him for sure. When you're on call, you do not know if or when, oh, there he is. You do not know if or when you're going to work. Today, I was heading out to go shopping and had to head back because I got a call to come to work. We do get 2 days off, but even that is not guaranteed, and we can work up to 6 days, which would give 3 days in a row off. We don't know if we are working 8 or 12 hours, but we cannot work more than 12. They can call us back in after 10 hours of clocking out, and it says that I can't schedule a dentist appointment because I only get a 1 week schedule. I can't plan a vacation because I do not get any vacation days until I work more than 220 days in a year. Management is constantly watching us to catch us doing something wrong so they can write us up or fire us. It's like, do they want the workers or not? It seems counterintuitive in my opinion. And it says that the overall morale is very low, and I'm sure a lot of people will be retiring or quitting once this is said and done, because not being able to schedule a day off is very frustrating and stressful. Thank you. So thank you for submitting this email. I really do appreciate that. And more importantly, this is very interesting and eye-opening about the current situation of working for the railroad and how they treat the employees. Now, the crazy part about this is that I'm seeing comments coming in on one of my recent videos that states that, you know, we should all be preparing in case the trains are stopped. And you know, warnings as railroad workers strike could possibly happen. And some folks are actually, I don't know if these folks are just completely naive or you know, abundantly ignorant, but at the end of the day, we got to realize that anything can happen. And the last thing I want to do is take things for granted and assume that nothing can or will happen, ultimately leaving me and my family vulnerable and unprotected and unprepared. So although it has been released that, you know, it has happened, it has occurred, Biden has signed this legislation, this bill that has passed through the Senate into law, which literally makes it illegal for railroad workers to strike. Unbelievable. You think you have power as a union? Think again. So The comments are coming in though, folks, and the comments are concerning. And this is why I'm asking for folks out there with real world boots on the ground, insider intel, to step forward and share so that we can be prepared. We can't trust what we're being told. We can only trust what is actually happening. And you know, if we can't see it, then we're far off. And if we only believe in what we hear, then we're doomed, okay? But let's just run down the list here and see what folks have to say. Let's see what folks have to say after this jet flies over. This is a private jet. Here's the truth from someone that really had no choice but to take a job with a contractor at the Norfolk Southern ramp in my little town. Won't tell y'all the town. The railroad has a long reach. The people that do the truly dangerous, and I mean dangerous work, are the contractors that work at the ramp loading and unloading shipping containers. They have no union and can never strike. The railroad employees barely touch the trains. The people that do the real work are making $14.50 to $17 per hour, and the owners of the contractor company is, wait for it, BlackRock. Funny how things always just work out right for these Hydra monster corporations, ain't it? I thank God every day I got out of there with my life. Huge eye-opener to the railroad lifestyle, working lifestyle. Another one says that shut it down. Railroad people are being crapped on by people like Biden. Comment below, like if you agree. Another comment says the railroad workers will walk off because evil Congress is just that. I wouldn't be mad if they did. I mean, you got to put your foot down somewhere, right? You know, that there's going to be, I would be willing to bet there's probably going to be 80, 85, even 90% of employees that work for these unions that are getting railroaded, shafted every single day, and even worse so now with this bill being signed into law, that will continue down that path. However, there's 10% out there that just won't put up with it, and perhaps maybe not strike, but ultimately resign and you know, leave and go find another way of making a living. Ultimately, hopefully a living that can support a normal lifestyle where you have the ability to schedule a vacation, go to a doctor's or dentist visit, you know, watch your kid graduate from high school or from college, you know, spend time with your family and your friends and your loved one, your spouse, have a normal life, have a you know, normal living conditions instead of constantly being on call for a dangerous railway system that doesn't give two craps about you. Now, here's one that's really alarming. It says that I heard they are going on strike December 9th. One thing that stands out to me is the raise they want. I mean, holy crap, I'd love it too. 24% retroactive to the last raise they got, I think. They are paid damn good, and the railroads are not like they used to be. But George Soros has the money to dole out better than Antifa or BLM or whatever. I don't really know where he was going with that one, but at the end of the day, you know, the pay is somewhat, the pay is consequential, okay? Now, you see these numbers, this 24% retroactive, but how would you like to go several years without a pay raise? So, you know, it's kind of like these Black Friday sales and revenues and numbers and everything that the mainstream media is pushing. And it's like, is it really a discount if it was overpriced to begin with? So is it really a huge retroactive pay raise if, you know, all it does is catch you up to being broke, catch you up to inflation, catch you up to being, you know, middle class, lower income, working class, poor? Now, I'm not saying that that's the case, but I don't want to look at this number of 24% retroactive and pass judgment on folks who have been going years without. Meanwhile, the companies are raking in huge profits, folks. It's okay. Congress gets all the paid time off it needs. Yeah, I hear that one. This needs to happen. The companies have no respect for the working people. They give you a raise and then increase your rent. The working people have no rights, never have. You know, Miss Claudia, you know, your comment is very strong, and you know, it's one of those things that I wish a lot of people would pay attention to and listen to and understand, because this is exactly why you need to be doing all you can on your own to solidify and secure your personal financial situation, increase your income, diversify your income, multiply your income, and budget wisely, increase savings, invest, generate cash flow producing assets and returns on your investment, and ultimately develop passive income streams, building out your wealth. This is investment for beginners, basically. This is building businesses for beginners. This is budgeting for beginners. And when you can realize that, yeah, none of this really matters because everything else is going to go up probably equal to and or greater than whatever pseudo compensation or increase that you may have received through some annual performance review. That's when you'll realize that you're running around in circles, you're chasing your own tail, and there has to be a better way. And in fact there is. But is it fair that a few railroad workers shut down the country? They will cause harm to so many. I don't, you know, obviously we can't, if we were to evaluate a lot of things that happen in life, fair and unfair, I mean, debate of fairness is neither here nor there. And honestly, fairness can be compromised through legitimate and reasonable negotiation. But unfortunately, the objective of many in power, of many elites and uber wealthy, is to just squash out those beneath them. So it's kind of hard to create that balance and that utopia because most of these folks are only out for themselves. So it's the little guys that get crapped on, which then, you know, them trying to do what is right for them makes them look like the bad guys and be, you know, have the questions posed, is it fair? Is it fair that they don't have ample time to, you know, take care of their basic health needs and necessities? Is that fair? This one says, this is insane. I believe it is part of plan to make it worse, to have us all go crazy in this bubble. So God bless us and help your neighbor like a family. This is insane. Shaking my head. I would agree. This one says, I love your attitude, bro. Shit is collapsing, yet you are sending positive vibes. My man. Man, I appreciate that, man, because a lot of people, I think they misinterpret a lot of the things that I'm trying to say and trying to share, and they label me in such a way, and it just proves their ignorance and how naive they are, and an inability to listen and comprehend. And you know, the crazy part about it is it's really hard for people to learn anything when they're busy yapping. So, you know, perhaps maybe I would encourage people to actually listen to my videos all the way through and understand them before you pass judgment on perhaps maybe a title or a thumbnail that you've misinterpreted. So hoof grip weightlifting. I do appreciate that. Thank you. This one says, we got to give those guys what they need. This has gone on for years. I've met many who plan to walk after they get their back pay. That's the crazy part about it, is they're never going to get that back pay. It's going to be drug out so long and so much red tape and nonsense. I mean, they're never going to allow them the ability to get ahead and get the upper hand on these companies. CSX, Norfolk Southern, Union Pacific, you know, Warren Buffett and his Berkshire Hathaway owned BNSF, they are never going to allow that to happen. Yeah, this one says, Biden just signed it, so no strike. Yeah, so the comment on this video, at the time, the information that I had available to me was that it had passed through the Senate, and there was a waiting signature by Biden, which I knew he would sign. I knew he would sign it, but I did not know at the time that it would make it illegal for the workers to strike. Yet, comments on this video are saying that the strike could still happen on December 9th. So I guess we'll have to check back on December 9th, December 10th to see what actually happened. I don't have a crystal ball, so I don't know what's going on. But the crazy part about it is this is what This is what we are up against, folks. This is what this is just another challenge that we are facing as an economy that we need to be preparing for, okay? So with that being said, I will continue to bring you guys more updates and more information as it comes about. Just reading you what I have available to me, the news, the facts, and any comments and input that I receive from you guys. Again, I encourage you to email me or direct message me on patreon.com/Kevin247. And I do appreciate that. Well, you guys take care, be safe. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.